When the National Gas Company began commercial operations in May 2020, the Government of Belize mandated that importers who had been trading in liquefied petroleum gas discontinue that aspect of their business. For 30 years, Gas Tomza, Southern Choice Butane, Belize Western Energy Limited, and Western Gas Company Limited had been importing and retailing LPG in the country. That restriction resulted in a long drawn-out legal battle, during which a number of claims were brought against the political authority.
The May 1st, 2020 was when the importation by my clients stopped officially. And thereafter, we had also sought an injunction to still allow them to import, but it was not granted. In between from then to November 2021, that was the law, the original law. But in 16th of November 2021, the government amended it. There was a change of government, and within a year of them being in office, they amended it. Because the truth is, the new government that came in and their attorneys that was looking at the case saw that we would have won that case. We, on all 5 points.
Senior Counsel Andrew Marshalek represents the Briceño administration. He says that the court found the passage of the law that empowered the National Gas Company to be tantamount to a takeover.
What it was that the constitutionality of the Act, the National Liquefied Petroleum Gas Project Act, and I think I have that name correct. It's a very long name, and its amendment was unconstitutional because there were a number of different challenges to it, but the first was that the act amounted to a compulsory taking of certain goodwill from the claimant companies. They claimed they had developed goodwill in engaging historically in the importation of LPG in Belize, and that when the act was passed, that entire business was taken from them and basically given to the National Gas Company.
In her decision, former Chief Justice Michelle Arana awarded compensatory damages of roughly $11 million to the claimants. It's a significant figure. However, in the context of the lucrative butane industry, the payout is a paltry sum.
Different companies got different things, and if you will notice that since the decision or before this decision, one of the claimants have really gone bankrupt because their main business was to import. And at this point, we would have thought that the court would have then, once finding in our favor, asked that we submit the most latest damages, meaning that when we did this case, there was a cutoff point when we filed that document. But since then, the loss continues even up to today. So we would have thought that we would have gotten an opportunity to submit the most latest amount, especially the company that went bankrupt and has had to close down. They have lost the most. They not only lost the goodwill and everything, but they totally lost their business. And $10 million doesn't compensate for that.
Against the backdrop of approximately $90 million in butane sales last year, notwithstanding government stake in NGC, it can be deduced that the damages pale in comparison to what government stands to gain in the long term.
The annual market, last market for LPG, I think, was 14 million gallons of LPG sold, and the price for LPG is $6, 30 odd cents a gallon, I believe. So that the value of the market, the annual value of the market is quite significant.
Do you believe that, notwithstanding the payout that government has to make in respect of this decision, that it is still getting away with something that is worth way more than what it is compensating for?
I wouldn't say that, but I don't know that analysis has been done. Certainly $10.8 million is a significant cost, but you would have to weigh that against what was in fact gotten by virtue of the passage of the Act.
Despite a ruling in their favor for one of 5 points that were raised in the matter, will there be an appeal on the part of the claimants?
Professionally, my opinion would be that yes, we should appeal, but it's not a decision for me. My clients got the decision yesterday, I told them that they have up to till tomorrow to read it. Then I will have a meeting with all of them. Remember, it's 4 clients. 2 might decide I want to appeal and 2 might say I won't appeal.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.